Morning, everyone. Dr. Eric, the fitness physician, where I talk about muscle medicine, hormonal optimization, hormonal fitness, health and performance optimization, and much more. So I've been reviewing this paper and kind of breaking it down into chunks because I like little mini chunks of information. I think most people have pretty short attention span. This is about the aging body, especially aging fat, aging muscle, and what we can do about it. So I was talking, and again, it's about metabolic changes, how this gain in body fat leads to metabolic changes and vice versa, and what we can do about it. So the last component I'm going to talk about is fat. Basically, these aging-dependent regulatory cells have been found to be lying on, mixed in with the fat cells. Basically, it's a subcomponent, a piece of these fat cells that, as we talked about before, when fat cells multiply or when they grow, there are more of these ARCs. And the problem with these things is that they're very pro-inflammatory. They can inhibit differentiation and proliferation of other progenitor cells. What I mean by that is that normally we have younger cells that are going to do their thing and be active, not be inflammatory, do their normal function. But these cells can inhibit these from producing or replicating or dividing and becoming active. And these things are not really like senescent cells, which we've talked about before, but because they can't proliferate themselves, which is not good because then they're making more inflammation. Mixed in with these cells, which are usually found in the subcutaneous fat, there's immune cells, like in what we call natural killer cells, the eosinophils, etc. And then they also produce adipokines, basically like other cytokines or enzymes, other molecules that have an action on other cells around them. And these are things like adiponectin and some other things as well, which I'm not going to get into the details of. But basically, these immune cells and adipokines become attracted, and they produce more and more by the fat cells. Probably a lot of people have heard how fat cells basically are very active. They don't just sit there, but they actually produce these adipokines and attract immune cells and can get them inflamed. And so, but the bottom line is that all these actions by these ARCs, these immune cells and these adipokines, they can cause inflammation, right? And we've heard about this where fat, especially in the visceral fat, but even in the subcutaneous fat, can instigate inflammation. And this, of course, affects other cells near them and eventually affects other cells everywhere. This inflammation can, of course, spread through these adipokines throughout the entire body. This is the link between inflammation and adiposity, inflammation and fat. And basically, by causing this inflammatory process, it can lead to disease states, metabolic syndrome, diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, Alzheimer's, and so much more. So this is why we want to minimize this as much as possible. This is one of the key links between metabolism and fat. And again, as we get older, we tend to get less active. Our diet may change, and this, of course, leads to more fat, more inflammation, and it's a vicious cycle. So the next video, I'm going to talk about the flip side is muscle and how that's affected by the aging cells and aging fat. They're interconnected as well. And then we're going to talk about what we can do about it. So anyway, I hope you like and share this post. Again, fat, muscle, body composition, very important. Which is why I practice muscle medicine. It's about building up the lean tissue and getting rid of the fat to keep us living longer, healthier, and stronger. That's what it's all about. So tune in for tips and like and share this post. Everyone have a rocking day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.